Well, that recent grounding of thousands of flights has some customers wondering about their legal options.
In tonight's Legal Lens, Fox 2 Chef Bernthal asked Brown and Crouppen attorney Andrea McNairy about air travelers' legal rights and whether travel insurance can help.
Andrea, the big question so many people are asking is, are they legally entitled to a refund if their flight is canceled?
Very timely question, and the answer is yes. So, according to the U.S. Department of Transportation, a consumer is entitled to a refund if the airline cancels a scheduled flight. It does have to be within the airline's control. So, if it's bad weather or a natural disaster, that doesn't really count. The most common example that would count is if they overbook a flight and then they bump some people. You're only entitled to compensation though if you are not offered a later flight, or if you're offered a later flight or credit or voucher and you reject it. So, in other words, if they can still get you there and it still fits your schedule, you are not entitled to reimbursement.
How about if a flight is simply delayed?
So right now, the answer is strange. So the answer right now is, according to the Department of Transportation, if your flight is significantly delayed, you may be entitled to a refund. However, they do not define what a significant delay is. So it's a case by case basis, and it's only for controlled circumstances. So again, natural disaster, weather, would not trigger this. Um, Now you can check the Department of Transportation airline cancellation and delayed dashboard, which gives you easy access to information about U.S. airlines services and inconvenience and things that have caused cancellation or significant delays. So for example, the dashboard provides, information on most major airlines and what they will provide as far as accommodations or ground transportation.
And I know some people might remember there was legislation, federal legislation signed earlier this year that was being billed as a patient or air travelers bill of rights. Uh, does that come into play here at all?
Sure, it's new legislation just passed or just signed by the president in May, which gives 21 different passenger experience improvements. The biggest one, and the one I think people are most excited about, is that it does give a definition of significantly delayed. So for domestic flights, it's going to be 3 hours or more. Delayed from the original time equals a refund. And international flights, it'll be 6 hours or more will entitle you to a refund. The issue right now is airlines have until October 28th of this year to actually institute those policies and for them to go into effect. So basically anything that's booked before October 28th won't be subject to these new rules.
And before we let you go, any quick thoughts about air traveler insurance?
Sure. So air traveler insurance can really cover you in ways that flight cancellations may not. For instance, if you're sick or some other things happen, they'll be specifically covered and entitled you to a refund. It may also cover other things such as luggage or other things. The cons to flight insurance is it already adds a significant cost to what is already expensive airline tickets. Also, again, read your contract. You may think you be purchasing something, and in the fine print, you'll find out you're not getting what you purchased at all. So just read that contract, make sure it is what you're looking for if you decide to purchase the insurance.
Some great information to know. Andrea McNairy with Brown and Crouppen. As always, we appreciate your legal insight. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Jeff Bernthal, Fox 2 News.
And you can catch the Legal Lens every Wednesday evening right here on Fox 2 News at 6.